Just a friendly reminder that the opinions expressed on this show are not worth a Canadian penny, so disregard anything you hear that might get anyone in trouble. And despite some of the great ideas you may hear, don't try them at home. Go to a friend's house instead.
It's time to get a gun. That's what I've been thinking. Well, I could afford one. And if I did just a little less drinking, time to put something between me and the sun. When the talking is over, it's time to get a gun.
Welcome to Slamfire Radio, episode 657, recording live on June 3rd, 2026. I'm one of your hosts, Adriel.
I'm another host, Kyle.
I'm Countdown Tony.
Although, are we hosts or are we just technical hosts? Technical recession. Are we hosts or just technical hosts? Sorry, that was a bit specific to drop a reference to right at the start of the show.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit specific. Why don't we get into what we did in guns? I am going to be greedy and start on myself. Okay, Ladies' Day at Chaz on Saturday, which is good time. Got out there. It was not rainy, but a little bit chilly, but we still had a pile of ladies out there. And I was at the 3-gun stage this year and showing them how to do that, getting them shooting their pistol, rifle, and shotgun. Good times. Lots of them liked Jennifer's got a frog gun. It's got like frogs all over it. It's good. That's the paint job. They loved it. That's the one they wanted pretty much every time. My Taipan got some use. I wanted it to get some use because, hey, you want something to break on your gun, take it to a ladies' day or family day and have a bunch of people use it. And I'm glad I did, because the stock has these 2 blocky bits that connect to each other with an Allen bolt, and that Allen bolt shot loose. So torqued her down. One of the guys there had an Allen key and just like caveman went on it. So it's not coming out again, which was good.
Have you ever heard about thread locker as an option, sir?
Thread lock? That's an option. Or have you ever heard of just like torquing it on like way above the torque spec? Stretching that.
Genuinely speaking, in our service manual, there are bolts that's considered torque to yield.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do that unless it specifies that's a requirement.
I torque it until I feel like the thread's starting to like come loose because they're so stretched out and stretched.
Yeah.
No, this is a big bolt anyways, and so it was fine. While I was there, I did some sight in and just some final prep for BOA. So we had like big gaps in between groups of ladies coming through. So did some rifles, primarily rifle sight in. It was what I was concerned about. So I tried 3 different types of ammo in my Taipan because, hey, apparently there's a lot of variation in the velocity that you get out of them. PMC bronze, no surprise there, came in at the slowest at 27.94 feet per second on average. These are all 55
grain.
These are all 55 grain. Yeah,
That's
27.94. It's pretty slow. PMC bronze is slow. I had some Hornady Frontier. That stuff was coming in at 29.44. And then I had some Herders, like the Bass Pro stuff. It had Lake City brass, and that was 30.47. I picked the fast one.
You picked the fast one.
Give me the fast.
Usually, from what I know, most herder stuff are built by Winchester, and Winchester White Box 223 would have a Lake City head stamp as well.
Yeah,
so
that makes sense. Yeah,
they're loaded on the quote-unquote military machine, I guess.
Yeah, Lake City. Anyways, that gave me good velocity, 30-50 basically. And I fired a 5-shot group, and I got 1 MOA at 100 yards with the red dot.
I don't think I can do that. My eyes aren't good enough for that.
I don't know that mine are either, but it just lucked out, and I was like, oh, I showed up. I'm like, yep, there's the group right there. I should take a picture of it. Anyways, yeah. So I'm adjusted. I'm set for that rifle. If I miss, there's the problem right here. Put the external safety on the Shadow too. A little bit of fitting required, so it wasn't like a direct drag and drop it in.
How much fitting is a little bit?
Not a lot. Like the roundy bit on the left side where it goes into the hole on the frame, like that needed a little bit of relieving because it was dragging too much. And the round bit that goes, so like on a Shadow 2, the safety's like this, and this thing comes under it, and that stops for the sear from going down. So like this part was a little bit too proud, so I needed to shave that down a little bit so they could get underneath that.
Sandpaper
there.
or Dremel?
File for.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't really like sandpaper for small stuff like that. I have some really nice fine small files that I like to use for just like really tiny work like that. And yeah, it's much bigger. It's much easier to use. Win. So I had that also at the ladies' day to get some rounds through it and make sure that worked well, and it did. And then lastly, I had my TM22 flash out there. I had removed the left extractor. That was it. Did great. 100% reliability. Just like unstoppable. Like mag, after I ran 3 25 round mags in a row, and they all just shot like no problem out of the gun. So good to go. Got back home. So I was taking I took some photos of some of the guns that I've gotten recently and popped them up on Facebook under Hunting Gear Guy. And one of them, this pump here, which I thought was a Winchester 61. It says Winchester on it. Actually, I look closer. It says Winchester 67. Winchester model 67 on the barrel. And it's like, that doesn't seem right. And I was trying to date it. Like, oh man, well, the serial number on it is crazy low. It must be this one. This must be like first edition. And I looked at the ejection port. That's not right either. This is not a Winchester. But if you look at, well, the butt plate says Winchester. So the butt plate says Winchester. The barrel says Winchester 67. The Winchester 67 is a bolt action, single shot.
Huh.
It's not a pump. The pump is a 61, but this isn't a 61. This is actually an FN. So this part is an FN trombone. I call it a trombone because when you pump it,
When you pump it,
it goes back and forth.
Yeah, I was looking at that. That's very similar to the Kui design, where when you cycle it, the mag tube will follow the action. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it was driving me nuts because I was like, what? I was looking around for like, okay, early 1900s pump action 22s. What's out there? There can't be that. And I was looking at the Remington 12, looked kind of similar, pretty similar, but not quite the same. Now the Remington 12 was based on this. They took that the action and they ran. Yeah. Well, no, they licensed it. So FN had an agreement not to sell this into the US. You won't find a lot of FN trombones in the US. Instead, you'll find Remington 12s. They had a gentleman's agreement. You sell the Remington there, we'll sell this in Europe and Canada. So in Canada, we have the trombones. But in the US, not so much. Anyways, pointless a little bit. And yeah, now
is the receiver marked at all?
No. The
no serial number.
That would have made it easy. There's a serial number on there. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, the barrel. This thing was rebarreled. Someone managed to put a Winchester 67 barrel on this, and the stock is also redone. And you can tell if you look here. Let me just get a little bit of light on here. If you look right here,
the inletting looks a little
it's a little rough. Yeah, a little bit rough right there.
It looks very similar to my 303 Sporter, where the stock is very much bigger than the action itself.
Yeah, well, they like when it came to up here, they did a really nice job of like blending the stock with the receiver. I have no idea what stock this is for, but they did a decent. It's not the 61. That's not the 67. I have no idea what stock this is.
So now you need
must
to
be a Winchester because it's got the. I don't know.
What's the chance someone decided to put all the 67 parts on it? That's just it's a weird way of doing it, but it's possible. Also, like, why would you do that? It's a single shot barrel, and someone
they might have wrecked the barrel on it and still wanted to use
but someone decided to weld the tube holder onto the barrel for it.
You groove it, so you'd cut a groove into it so you can slide this thing on there.
But still, that's like intensive-ish labor time for this kind of little thing.
Yeah, I think it and then I don't know how well the threads thread into this thing, but apparently that's a thing. The stock Yeah, I don't know. It seems like a lot of work, but
Now you need to put some trombone parts back on it or something. I don't know. That'd be a lot of money, I guess.
I'm too lazy. Come on, no, I'm too lazy. Anyways, I'm quite happy that I found, because like it was driving me nuts trying to figure out what this thing was. Someone in the past, someone in the because that barrel, like the style of stamp on that kind of thing, is like 1930s. So this was done a long time ago, because the trombones are also pretty old, and the serial number on this thing is ridiculously early for a trombone. So yeah, this is a really old gun that had a really old gun like crafted to it.
What's the chance it's a wall breakback or something?
No, I think it would have just been used in Canada, but just like the original got run over by a tractor or something, and the gun's too expensive to just like throw away, right? So they make it work. I think that's what happened. Let's see. I set up a bot on Discord to auto post YouTube videos, Twitch feeds, podcast episodes. So those should all show up in the Slamfire Radio channel. In fact, I was just curious if we're live right now over there. Probably, right?
I saw the Twitch thing popped up
from the show. Yeah, Twitch Lunatic Tactile is live and playing. Okay, good. And then as the YouTube videos and the podcast get posted, those should get posted automatically to the From the Show as well. Slamfire Radio stickers are in. We got a whole pile of them, just lots and lots and lots of stickers. So I'll have to mail some to you. Tony, I'm not mailing you any. You can just pick them up.
Yeah, I can just pick it up like a sucker. It's fine.
I already got them packed. And then Kyle, I'll have to, maybe I'll bring some down for you in October. It's not that far from now.
Yeah, yeah, only half a year later. It's fine.
That's fine.
I can wait for stickers. You're waiting for parts. So
yeah, that works. Yeah, like I said, I got some photos on Facebook there of those guns. This weekend's Battle of Alberta.
Bad week to do in.
What's that?
Bad week to do in.
No, I disagree. I think when it's 35 degrees, I think that's terrible to
no,
do
just it's National Range Day, and we're going to be selfish pricks shooting our 3-gun matches, not taking new people to the range.
Tony, we're going to be at the range.
Shooting
for range day.
That sounds like a perfect day to do it.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna be at the range. It's gonna be great. Sure. Yeah, I've been like I was saying just before the show, I've been slowly packing more and more stuff, but it's good stuff. It's like, oh yeah, I should remember my cart. Oh yeah, I should remember water for this, a solar shower. So you know, because if it's cold, I don't really want to go jump in the river. Maybe I'll mix some boiling water with some not boiling water into the shower thing and shower at the camp just to, you know, wash off the grossness from the day. Yeah.
See, that's why Shower Park. Running water, shower, warm, power.
I don't really care because in the evenings you have as much time as you want to. So to put a kettle on and boil a gallon of water, not a gallon, maybe like a half gallon of water, and throw a half gallon into another half gallon in the shower bag and just shower off like that. Bring your shorts, Tony, so you can shower if you need to. And trying to think of other things to low. Bring your pillow. I have sleeping bags if you want, but I've got.
I'll have a sleeping bag.
Okay, you can bring your own of that. I'll have water, and I've got food as well.
Thank you.
Lunch is provided both days. So we just need to worry about supper. And do you eat breakfast?
I have instant noodles, so I think I'm covered on that front. I'll be okay.
You can eat your instant noodles. Yeah. That's it for me. Tony, what about you?
So a few things. First, I thought, 1911 chambering a little slow. At least when the amateurs were using it, so I'm not gonna risk it. So I did scrub the barrel. It's a great pleasure cleaning pistol barrels, but they're so short. You can use the little short cleaning rod for it. It didn't seem that dirty. I don't really know how deep pistol riflings are supposed to be. I haven't really grouped this gun on paper, but I know it's probably good enough for my accuracy anyway. The optic's still holding on good, so that's good. I'll bring extra.
I can't imagine the riflings. The riflings would be fine unless you've been shooting lead bullets out of it. It's going to be fine, right?
Yeah, no. So it's all factory full metal jackets.
How's the recoil spring feeling?
What is it supposed to feel like? I don't know.
Well, if you're saying it's slow to cycle or it's not like going into battery very quickly, like maybe the spring is starting to wear on it. Like
How many
it
rounds
shouldn't
did you
be.
even have on it?
Not
that
very many.
Yeah,
Never. Like
exactly.
maybe a
And
couple hundred.
so I think even with all my rounds on it, still probably sub 1,000 right now. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't imagine it'll be a whole problem. But I have to complain. Orinko, why can't you just be normal? Because the entire 1911 world, if you have a drill dead tapped mag release button, that means you'll have a 440 screws going in there. It's like, I can't bring the whole pistol to Home Depot. That just seems like an American thing to do. So I took the mag release out. Now, it's just an inconspicuous piece of metal and no one would know better. So it's like, the hole is too big for 440s. And it's like, damn it. And then
Did you find the thread?
metric, well, I didn't. That's the thing, because M4s, metric 4s are too big and 632s are too big. So what I can only assume it could be is M3s, metric 3s, but they don't have those in stock. And I checked my work too. They don't have it. So that's, I guess, fine. I just won't have it. We'll be on our way to BOA and passing by Red Deer. They do have Nighthawk Customs extended mag releases available for like 30 some dollars. So I might just pick one of those up and dress up the gun a little bit more and run that instead. So I can do away with the two-tone color. I don't actually mind the two-tone color, but Adriel did modify it to be less two-tone over time. So I guess I will grant his wish on that front.
I love a two-tone gun.
I know, it's great. And then, of course, I have Kyle's very hated holster, but at least I will feel better running around with this thing knowing it won't pop out. So that's pretty good. I talked to, well, this is already kind of a done deal, but I did talk to Tristan at SBI, and he did promise me a warranty receiver, so I'll go and pick it up at BOA. I believe their 10 receivers are going away, and you know Tony, he hates black guns. So I did ask if I can have a 10 one. He did say yes. I don't know if he's going to remember in the end, but it's a replacement warranty, so I wouldn't be mad either way. It's probably fine. And then, again, sorry, art director Dustin, that I didn't procure the 50 cal boxes that you required.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable behavior. But I do have an excuse. I'm going for BOA, so there's something. I did strip down and clean the PR. I don't clean this gun that often because it's a manually actuated gun, and I don't have a problem with it. And so I don't shoot it that much. It's pretty much dedicated to 3-gun, and there's a half a dozen 3-gun matches in the Calgary area per year. I did notice, you'll see some photos in Discord that one of the trigger pins is about to pop out. It's using a trigger tack trigger, which kind of puts pressure on the entire trigger pack and the trigger pin to keep it in place, but over time it'll still move a little bit. I did also strip the bolt. The bolt has this gas key on it that accepts the pump rod, the action rod on top, and the screws were a little bit loose, so I didn't Loctite them because I'm debating if it's actually going to get that hot because there's actually no gas touching it, so it probably shouldn't be that hot, but it is a part of the carrier group, so maybe it could get hot.
Are you going to torque them to yield?
No, I did torque them to the very responsible 15 inch-pounds with my Vortex torque screwdriver.
Is that like just your 2 fingers then? Like,
yeah, something like that. It was tighter than how they came off, so I think that's good enough.
did you stake them?
I did not.
That's what I would do.
I think staking them would result in your action bar not be able to come out. So maybe I shouldn't do that. It's just because the design, your action bar slides in and then twists, so it locks in. But I think if you deform the metal, maybe it just won't come out anymore. Maybe that's why they didn't do it this way. My complaint of this gun still remains that it uses a non-standard firing pin. I still have to ask them what it actually is. Maybe it's just a proprietary firing pin, but that firing pin is quite long in comparison to a AR firing pin and may have resulted or may have caused my out of battery fire on this gun. But if I shoot it less recklessly and more methodically, it does not seem to have that problem. And lastly, because we'll go to that in a bit, BOA will have a service rifle stage. I do have a sling on this. This sling was originally designed for my PCC, but that doesn't change anything. QD on both sides. It is adjustable, so it's not the greatest for hasty sling. I don't like using loop slings because it will make my left arm kind of numb, and I can't. Like, it's like I'm freaking out. My heart is racing. Like, you're gonna lose your left arm. Stop it. So I shot my entire Maple Sea with a hasty sling setup, and once upon a time when I was better at shooting, qualified, but we'll see how that goes this time around. Compared to Adriel, I do have the advantage of having 6 times the magnification, so that'll help my terrible eyeglasses eyes. So when you have more lenses on your face, that means you need more lenses on your gun too, just to compensate for it. Also, I did mention on the last show that my muzzle device was working loose. This is kind of a creative, but probably not recommended way of doing it. I had the jam nut on it, but now I put the old crush washer in between, so it'll be a little bit more flex. So it's clamping on, kind of expanding on both sides of the metal, so it won't move. Well, only time can tell. This if
I would just do one or the other. I'd just do the jam nut or the crush washer.
I know it's a weird setup, but I think it will work pretty good for my application. This gives me the option to slightly clock the muzzle brake left and right if I still want to move.
Well, yeah, that's
it
a nice
around.
thing with the jam nut.
I know,
Yeah.
but I don't know why last time when I jammed it to the torque spec and after
Don't-
not a very aggressive use, it did come loose on me. So
Can you use the pump while you've got that thing in hasty?
I tried.
Yeah.
It is possible.
Hey,
Can you show me? Because I
Oh,
gave
God.
up on the idea of using a sling, but if I can do it, I might. Now, is that attached to the pump or is it attached to the rail?
It's attached to a rail. So you kind of
You move your hand in. No, I like it. Okay,
that could be worse.
yeah.
okay.
I don't
Well,
I don't
I'm
know
gonna
what the
grab a
chance
sling.
of you actually jamming up the action because it's quite a bit of
Yeah.
resistance now, and you might have to get a little bit more speed just to push it forward. But I guess you can loosen on the sling.
That's an
Reset.
action you could practice. You could realistically get good at that.
You can realistically do that. I think maybe for the speed stage it wouldn't be as efficient, but for the riverboat, usually on the Maple Sea will be the last line for 10 minutes, 10 shots. You don't have to get in and out of the sling like that. So I think it's still maybe doable.
Yeah.
This sling setup, like IPSC PCC, was originally designed just to transport the firearm, because you can either hold it like this and follow around the RO, or you can, in the rule book anyway, sling the gun and follow the RO that way with a chamber flag that's considered as basically a holstered condition for the pistol equivalent. So yeah, something to think about. For anyone interested, this is the Magpul sling. I cheaped out and I bought the one that's on sale that was QD on one side and HK hook on the other. So I bought another slightly different. This one is the FDE, but this one is actually gray, the sling itself. And I have QD on both sides. And you have the QD cup for the MOE Magpul stock, because the stock will not come with QD capabilities from the factory. If you're using that guy is not here. The Magpul SL stock, it will come with QD cups on both sides from the factory. And maybe I'll be able to talk about how the gun performs at BOA next week. Let's
Do you want some more cutie cups?
I think I'm good for now. Thank you. Mr. I wholesale QD cups over there.
You really do come into a lot of them randomly though. I have a bunch of them.
Okay.
I
That's,
mean,
that's
I don't
kind of
know.
odd. Okay, let's go to Kyle next.
Well, we were supposed to have a steel match on Saturday, but Trevor and I were both there, and nobody showed up till 8:30. So we had already
Oh.
basically
The first
decided at
round
that point
time.
that we were not gonna when we showed up and no one was there. We're like, okay, well, we're not setting up until people show up. And by 8:30, we were pretty much, we're gonna head out. But some people showed up,
Oh,
and so fine, we'll go set some stuff up on a bay, and we'll go play around. A couple of the people who came asked if we had a Texas Star because they had never shot one. So we're like, okay, yeah, we'll pull the Texas Star out, and then set up just Smoke and Hope, just nice quick bunch of steel out there. And so yeah, it was good. Basically just doing whatever we really felt like. I was wearing flip flops because it was supposed to be Steel Challenge Day,
Oh
so
my
no
God.
movement. So I'm like, I'm gonna shoot in my flip flops. Why not? And then I decided to practice some movement in flip flops. So
Tactical flip flop training might come in handy one day.
I feel
yeah, I
like
think I
you need
sent you guys the
tactical
video.
Crocs, though.
But there was one time we're like, okay, it was actually good because we actually were able to tune up the Texas Star because it needed some tune up on it. But so we got that set up, and I was having a smoke, and I was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna try this again. So with the smoke hanging out of my mouth and the flip flops, I cleared the Star, ran over to the box, and clear Smoke and Hope. And yeah, it was a good time.
I think you're just missing one thing. You need like a half a bottle of whiskey, just finish it off, back you on the ground, and
Well,
start
no,
again.
now you're drinking with guns. You can't-
Yeah, I know that's
Can't
not.
do that.
But that's how people entertain themselves during the last 20s. So yeah,
But yeah, it was good. I was able to work on some stuff and helping some other people. The big thing was like a lot of grips and stances. People were still doing like Weaver stance, and this one person there, they had a really low grip, and really short grip on the PCC too. Like they were shooting at like CQB hand back on the mag well,
interesting.
All right,
and
real quick, for the people that were still doing the Weaver stance, was this like an older group of people, or is this just folks learning bad or like kind of defunct stuff?
well, I wouldn't say they were that old. Like they were. It's hard to tell for me nowadays.
I get it. Generation wise, though, like, are
Like-
we talking Xers, millennials?
They're around me. I would say within 5 years.
Okay, so that's
Dustin, the our pal course teaches Weaver. It's in the
Which
book.
one is
Oh,
Weaver
okay,
again?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
It's
And
the
actually,
one where you're going like this. You're going kind of side. Paul Harrell. If you watch
Yeah.
Paul Harrell's like
Yeah, like it's
I don't know,
it's
this
like
feels very uncomfortable.
really aggressive. 1 foot in front of the other, 1 foot leading up. And is actually the one big one was actually the guy is younger than me. Actually, come to think of it, and I was like, no, like here, just try this. Like especially like here, we got a big wide spread. Here, try this stance. This could be a lot easier to cover your distance and whatnot. So more isosceles or like a boxer stance. But so yeah, he seemed to like that. And then the other couple, like we did a bunch of work just breaking down the draw again because they were gripping like super low, and then they were just grabbing their hand. I should have grabbed a pistol to show, but it was like a half teacup.
Really?
Yeah. And I
Wow.
was like, okay, can I work with you a little bit on this? So we spent a good half hour, 45 minutes just working the grip. Okay, when you grip it, make sure this thumb's high. Take the meat. This is the most important part of your grip. Get that nice and high, and like doing draws, and then instilling in them about about how to practice. Because they would start drawing, and it's a bad grip, and I'd just stand there and say no, and then they'd reholster without firing a shot. And so it's just like, no, we don't fire a shot until that's a good grip, until we got that good grip, because we don't want to practice.
No. Oh, that's great.
So that was cool. Got to work on that a little bit, and yeah, I'd like to do more of that, but I gotta get better before I really do anything serious like that, I think. But
Yeah, yeah.
it was cool to help him out and share some knowledge, because we learn and remember ourselves when we do that stuff as well. So
Oh, I've always found like the best way that I like relearn or like really like kind of tune things in is when I'm teaching other folks how to do it, for sure.
also, like, I finally whipped out the Ace VR. So I've had that out a few times, and I actually had it out a couple times before the weekend. And I tell you, that pistol feels really good in my hands after using the one I got for Ace VR. And that feels good.
That's interesting.
Because they're slightly different grips. So yeah, it's like when I'm doing the Ace VR, I think the Ace VR is a little bit bigger of a grip, even though it's still a staccato. It's like it's supposed to be a staccato, or
Right.
Sand Viper or whatever. But I think it's a little bit bigger than my STI. But it makes, when I draw with my actual pistol, it feels so good. Like, it is noticeable difference in feel, and it just feels so good. And
I've been tempted by that thing, man.
you should. You really should. I had another session on it tonight, and I tell you, it is so nice to have the space that I have now, because before on the patio, all I could do is like little leans or whatever.
Yeah.
I ran a full classifier in my living room tonight, and it's still not big enough for all the stages. Like Lefty Lucy, that's a little bit big for the living room. I'd have to take that to the backyard. But even so,
Take it
I
to
have
the
a space.
courtyard. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, possibly the courtyard or the garage or the backyard. I mean, I actually have places that I can do it.
Yeah.
And I can do probably 95% of the stages right in the living room.
Well, after seeing your videos, because like we've had like roommate turnover in our house, and as you guys know, it's a big house, so we have this, and so when they moved out, they took all of their furniture with them, and so we've got this empty main floor that nobody's really using for anything. And I was watching your videos, and I was like, oh, I have enough space to move around right now. That's really interesting.
Aren't you
Yeah.
at the end of the unit anyway? Your house?
At the end of what do you mean?
Like at the end of the block.
Yeah.
Just go onto the grass.
No, I'm not running around with anything that looks like a gun.
Oh, that's true though.
outside.
You probably shouldn't do that. That's
I
fair.
guess I could do it in my backyard. I have a big backyard too, but interesting. I hadn't thought about doing that because it's Canada and you run around with even something that's a toy gun, you get the cops called on you.
Yeah.
Can you like paint it so it looks like a Nerf gun?
Well, it kind of is. It's all white, right? But I don't know. You
Nerf
get the
yellow or
rotten
something,
Karen
yeah.
that calls the police. They're running around and waving a gun around. Rah, come right now.
Well, yeah,
And-
especially like being in Burnaby and that, and
Yeah. That's fair.
Like, I mean,
That's
if it was Alberta, yeah, probably wouldn't about it too much. But
No, it would be maybe a little different story, but
yeah. But no, I
Adriel over there
absolutely
still
should.
trying
Like,
to
it was funny because
figure it
Adriel
out.
made the comment about hitting the wall, and I mean, it's VR, so you map it out. But I mean, there has been times where I have hit something, but basically on the big movement ones, it's just like, okay, pre-walk the stage. Okay, I'm gonna lean here. It's like you're pre-walking the stage. Like, I'm gonna lean here. Can I do that in this room? Okay, yeah, no, okay, that's
yeah.
I guess
Well,
that makes sense too.
It's true. And Tony, usually like you get kind of a pre-warning, like you're in danger zone territory before you're actually there.
There's this
It
whole
gives you-
grid that pops up. And
Yeah, it's
okay.
it's really
But then-
helpful to let you know you're getting into.
until you do what I
Most-
do, which I extend it past the wall, because I get really annoyed when
The
I'm
warning
like
starts to pop up.
I'm within 2 feet of the wall. It's like, no, I know I can be here. It's just my gun right here. I'm good. But this grid pops up, so I always extend it beyond the wall.
I like having that grid there just to like find my own place in physical reality, like because also you get turned around sometimes and it's like, okay, here we are. Okay, good.
Well, I can look down through the nose, and I can, like, basically a TV and the couch is my kind of landmarks. It's like, oh, okay, that's where I'm at. Then I can orientate the stage however I need to fit the space. And
And-
it's cool to get back on it.
Yeah, well, and you are, for better or for worse, giving yourself, like, I realize it's not one-to-one training for range training, never going to be the same as shooting live fire. But for getting your movements down, getting, and because the gun feels like your gun, you're getting your draw practice, you're getting your, like, just your grip and all of those fundamentals, you're building in that muscle memory, and it's costing you nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. According to it, I've saved 15 grand in ammo so far.
I bet. I bet. Well, even like
And
just
that's
even
after a long break. Like I've just crossed 50,000 rounds on it because I had a long break on it, but I've probably put about 5,000 over 5,000 rounds. Yeah, I think about five to 7,000 rounds in the last week on it here. So
oh, I would, gosh, I would find that really cathartic. I may have to get it.
I
Uh,
absolutely I love it. Like, and then you can get the PCC for it, which is on my list to get. There's somebody who makes
Oh,
a
wow,
PCC
okay.
that takes the fire control unit. Robbie from Briley made a mount for their TM22 receiver for the controller, so you could have their TM22, which is supposed to be like their 22 long
Damn
rifle
Tuesday.
trainer for shotgun, and then you could have that on Ace VR too. So I mean, it's just so.
have you guys
And
seen
fun.
some? Have you seen some of the gas cycling action stuff out there?
The stuff I've seen, like the Cool Fire, that's
Yeah,
expensive.
that.
That is expensive.
I know. I was just thinking, just like my idiot brain that can never not think, incorporating that with
To
uh
have a
with
slide
your
reciprocating
VR,
too.
you could have your slide reciprocation and get all of that together in one
So
system.
it's funny, for April Fools, one of the developers for Ace put out a video
About it.
that he is like trying to show that he was doing just that, had the VR with the reciprocating slide as a joke, and it got a lot of people.
I bet. Well, because we're definitely
It's
there.
kind of there, right? It's not out of
Someone
the
can do
realm.
that.
Yeah,
It
it'd be
would be,
interesting to see how it's done for sure.
yeah. Oh, I don't need another
Next thing you
project,
know, you
but
need
that
to
would
like
be
change real magazines and shit.
well, yeah,
Well,
with the gas system,
the
you
third
could.
party ones, like the third party 3D printed ones, like the PCC, is detachable mag. So it takes Glock mag, so you could put like a mag full of dummy rounds in that and do it
I
that
wonder
way.
how you're gonna visualize
But
it in
I don't use the VR.
though.
I put it
Like,
on unlimited ammo, so unless
Yeah.
the stage requires a mandatory reload, I just use it for the fundamentals and that reloads. I'll get that through just dry fire or on the
dry
range.
fire. That makes sense.
Yeah.
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 Because in my mind, even in VR, I don't think it would replace it. Like I still
No.
find on some things, not actually physically seeing around me, just having a
Fake hands.
superimposed environment around me,
Yep.
doesn't quite replace like the draw or seeing the gun.
No.
But I think it's very close and close enough that it's there. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree. I can't imagine training reloads in VR it would in any way ever make sense. It's just different there. But yeah, all of your shooting fundamentals, that's great.
I do want to get figure out an extended mag release though for my Ace VR.
Oh,
Because I have one on my railgun, and for stages that are mandatory reload, it's just a
Can't reach
button.
the
So
button.
yeah.
well, why don't you just like model and print yourself one?
If I was good at modeling, I absolutely would. But once I have all that stuff set up, I might look into it a little bit.
Tony, you want to model something?
I never said I was good at modeling.
Yeah, but this is how you get better. You do things. I would do it, but I'm entirely too busy.
Maybe I can learn.
Yeah, that would be a great little project.
But anyways, that's pretty much what I've been up to. I gotta get dug out my dummy rounds for my shotgun, so start training some quad loads, and I gotta figure out my rifle. So I'll be pulling out rifles and heading to the range here over the next couple of weeks. Try to actually get a little bit of prep in for nationals. So
Nice.
yeah. Dustin, what did you get up to?
Well, I have been up to some things in guns. I'm hopeful. I don't know what you can hear, but I'm hopeful that I sound better. You all might notice that I got a new microphone. Something I got on the weekend, and hopefully it's it's an improvement, but
I just
yeah,
noticed you sound significantly different.
I bet I sound different, and I hope I sound
Deeper.
better. Yeah,
Yeah,
is that a
a lot
good
deeper.
thing? I can manipulate. I also got myself a little like soundboard so I can play around with things. So I did that for this uh, because I didn't like how I was sounding when I was listening to myself. Because I do actually, listen to some of our podcasts. I like to just go back
I
and
don't
make
know
sure.
if it's ever possible to listen to yourself and like be
Well,
happy with it, because like
no.
isn't it whole human nature to be unhappy with it?
Well, you have to remember, I'm just starting a run up to something. One of the things I did this weekend, Tony, I finally started actually filming for my theoretical YouTube project. It's not
Mm.
theoretical anymore. And I'm trying to right now take this opportunity just to find the things that I do that I maybe don't want to do. And it's the same with like, well, you get used to it when you're editing yourself, you start watching yourself, it's a thing. But I'm just trying to learn and get better for presenting myself as I take this other little run up in my life that I really don't need, but you know, why not? It feels like a cool concept. So yeah, we started filming some really benign guns. I filmed a couple of pistols from the X-Files, and yeah, I'm right now I'm trying to in a Saturday get 5 long form videos, so 2 pistols, 2 rifles, and a shotgun, all with film background, talk a little bit about them, maybe why they got chosen. Some of them there's some cool stories behind them too. Like all of the armorers have cool stories, and none of them have any desire to ever be on camera at all. So they're sharing. So it's really cool. So I got to do that. As you can probably tell, I'm pretty excited about it. So I had to drag this whole thing to the shop and set it up and set up my lights. And I'm sure I'm gonna hate things about it when I start editing it. But that was a fun little side project for people to, prepare to see. I'm probably not going to release any of it for a while, but once I edit a few of them, I am going to put them on our Patreon for now. So our Patreons will get some like early access to some cool content that I am eventually going to put online, which will be fun. But the editing, I'm not going to edit it for a little bit. I've got to make a whole bunch of content before anything goes live. So yeah, so I've been doing that, and I got this sweet used aim point magnifier.
Magnifier? Cool.
Yeah, I got it for free, which was cool. It's a used
Wait,
one.
that's cheating.
It's
Cheating.
one of the perks of like my other job when you get access to like batches of law enforcement stuff and things where like there's like, yeah, so they gave this to me. That was cool because this is not cheap. I've got to figure out what I want to mount it on. I like literally don't even have enough guns that are tactical to mount them on. So I don't know if that means I got to buy something. It probably does. So done that. Beyond that, working, we're prepping. This is really cool episode of my show coming up, and again, obviously can't talk about it in any meaningful way, but we get to take one of the actors to the range, and we're going to do some long distance training, which is going to be cool. And getting to do that on the production's dime will also be pretty cool. So organizing that, and yeah, just moving along with life. Got the other business thing started to chooch along. We filed some paperwork, which is cool. It's making that feel real. Yeah, my life's been pretty interesting. And I'm sorry I'm late. I really, really am. Work is still busy.
And you can't talk about any of your cool business stuff.
Well, but here's the
thing. You
thing.
tease us.
I can't talk about it yet. That's why I'm filming all of the content now. The plan is to film a whole bunch, get better slowly before I put anything out, because the show like won't be out until next year. I can't trade on what I'm doing now in any meaningful way until it's on the air. But once it is, I can talk about things, and I'm going to have access to some things that I am going to film beforehand that I can then share with everyone, which is going to be cool.
Neat.
Yeah, I've got a whole plan, Adriel, but it's all coming together.
Pinky in the Brain kind of style.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to take over the world. I am trying to optimize my life for maximum awesome. So, and I don't think. Oh, the other thing. Yeah, I know no one's gonna be able to argue with me. My life's going really well. I also just it was kind of accidental, but I was having a conversation with one of the other uh guys that owns one of the cool, film armory gun business things here in town, or they're adjacent. Just because I'm trying to come up with a like safe storage solution for business that, as much as I have like the one space that I want to turn it into that, my issue is that when I have to move here, because like, we rent, so theoretically I could have to move tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, but like with only a few months notice. And I don't want to lose the value of any safe storage for my business. And he had actually he literally he was like, "Hey, I have these super short sea cans. The CFOs have definitely approved those when they're put inside another building as safe storage, when you put an alarm on it." And that set the whole, yeah, for like, so in a garage in, say, a house, the safe storage can, because you got to remember, think about it, Tony, 6 metal walls and a lock. What does that constitute under Canadian law?
A safe.
Correct. And then if you were to put a safe or several safes within said safe, no CFO in the world wouldn't be able to call that safe storage, especially if you put an alarm on the door and you put a camera facing it. So yeah, that got the wheels turning on a different, potentially like transportable safe storage solution for the future. So that is a thing that I am also I'm exploring.
That would be pretty cool. Yeah, sea cans are generally speaking pretty safe. They have, we store valuable targets and stuff in them. So
I can think of at least a few Canadian firearms businesses that I know that use them well inside a shop as their safe storage. Yeah,
makes
so
sense.
I hadn't even thought about it, and yeah, so that was a cool thing. I'm exploring that. That's yeah, things are going cool. The second I get that going, I also I confirmed with someone that I do not need my controlled goods license to purchase a machine gun, as long as that machine gun is already in Canada and is legally transferred to me from a business that had their controlled goods license when they obtained it. So that's also cool.
That
Yeah.
sounds like a wait. What? So does that mean, for example, if I'm business A, I had my control good license for a long time.
Yeah.
Can I newly import a 240 Bravo and then transfer it to your name?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So that was a cool revelation too, because that was a hiccup in obtaining some fun toys. So we'll see whether or not those end up at the house, or I was also talking with someone about maybe sharing.
Sounds like you need to
business
get
storage
sponsored
somewhere.
by Dylan.
Ah, my God. I don't think they're going to sponsor me, but
leading the new way of 3-gun in Canada. Come shoot our stage gun. Dylan Precision.
Man, I really wish that some of us with the prohib business licenses could get a little leniency from the government to at least like be able to still share and allow the use of prohibited firearms to the public. Like that would be a really cool thing. I was having a conversation with one of the owners of one of the pay ranges here, and that's a thing that they're trying to do. It seems like Calgary Shooting Center has like, I know they have them. I don't know if they are allowed to like commercially rent them though. Like, and
I went there and rented it.
What do you mean? Like you
can
can be supervised and have them?
Yeah, I shot full auto there.
See, I know for a fact that they will not let the ranges here in BC do that.
Plus
and
BC CFO.
I know.
We can't have that. You can go rent your full auto at CSC. Shout out CSC.
You should just be able to do that at a pay range. Like it just shouldn't even be a question.
Oh,
like,
for sure. Yeah.
Especially now. I don't know, man. But the I don't know if yeah, we did talk about the BC legislation that would have just basically destroyed ranges. Thankfully, they got rid of that section. So anyway, yeah, that's I think all that's new in guns with me. Sorry for the ramble. I had a lot of cool gun stuff.
you guys ever seen a Taipan X taken apart?
No.
I don't
I
know
had
if I
taken
want to
apart-
see it though.
There's a whole bunch of screws on the bottom,
It's
and
just-
so why I'm taking it apart is the trigger is ass.
Mm.
It's absolute ass. It's a cassette. It's a cassette trigger in there. It's not a
Oh,
good one.
gross.
Yeah, and it's got like a heavy, gritty.
You can hear it.
Yeah, it's not great. So I was looking at online, and it's like, yeah, it's similar to an AR, but with an AR, you need to drill another hole in the receiver to fit the trigger there. I was like,
Excuse me?
is that it?
I'd need to drill a hole. Okay.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Is it really that close?
well, okay. I'm trying to take it out
For
so
the
I can,
listeners' reference, we're 72 hours from Alberta's biggest annual 3-gun match.
and my
Just
gun
saying.
that I've sighted in is
If
in parts.
Yeah, but if you can get a better trigger in there.
Oh, I'm getting it bigger. I'm gonna try, and I may drill a hole in this thing.
It's like,
I-
and if all it requires is drilling a hole, like
Precision
hole
and
drilling
drill
a hole, though.
like,
It's not drilling
could
a
you
hole
imagine?
anywhere.
drill the hole, put a Calvin Elite in there.
Oh,
Ooh.
God.
that would be you'd be a problem. That
He is
I mean-
already an effing problem with an
I
M1
know.
Gun. He is
I
just going
know
to be
he
double
is.
the effing problem.
Adriel is
It's
very,
fine.
very good and very competitive. He would be a problem if
He
that.
could have just say, the government needs your rifle. And then, or your pistol renter needs your rifle. And that would have been it. It would have been fine.
My pistol renter. No, I think this thing might have a date with the drill press later tonight.
Yeah.
Now
At least you have a drill
actually
press. Okay, at least you're not doing it by hand. It's improvement, but
depends if the wine gets out, Tony. If the wine gets out, there's no promises.
Oh God.
But yeah, I want to just get this.
I'm a gunsmith.
I'm just like 10 seconds away from getting this trigger pack out, and I'm kind of curious.
Figure out how you can put a Calvin Elite in there.
Yeah.
So you
or
can train
Calvin
better and
something
get
or
a feel
other
for
there.
your trigger down in.
I don't know if I have a Calvin Elite that's like handy, but I'll be putting. Oh, you're not just gonna come out easily.
Oh, you didn't think
gotta-
this job was going to be easy?
You need
did
to
you,
do.
Adriel?
You need to stand on your head to take it apart because it's from Australia.
And there's a post in there.
What? Oh my God.
Everything's upside down. That's what I've told. I've been told
I
in
get
English.
it.
I'm sorry. In China, we never said that.
Maybe it's screwed in at the back shelf there. Like there's some screws I thought were just like these guys right. It's probably hard to see, but there's two like right in there.
The moral of the story is, listeners, you should just buy a PER. It will take a trigger.
Yeah,
No,
Thanks for coming.
it's
to my
more fun
TikTok.
to do what Adriel's doing.
especially a few days before the match when you don't have
Yeah,
any
exactly.
time to reconfirm zero,
But
and you have to
first day
shoot
before.
500 yards.
Well, you're not touching the uppers, so
I'm not touching. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I agree with you, Kyle. I think I
the
can do
barrel is
whatever I want. to
perfectly
to the
in
ball.
line. It's fine.
Well, yeah, the barrel's still attached to the upper. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's
touch it.
great.
Yeah, bolts
Yeah.
on there. At least I'll be able to clean it. But it's really, this action's really smooth. The action's really smooth. The only thing I don't like is the trigger. And it did feel like those screws were screwing into something. So maybe there is a little shelf down there.
Wow, I
That's,
think there's a match coming up, but I think after a team match, I can just leave the PR with you for a bit. And you can do a video.
oh, the block this block is holding down the rear of the trigger.
Interesting.
oh, that's well, yeah, that because it doesn't have the rear pins.
Oh yeah.
True.
Yep.
I don't
Hmm.
understand it though. Why don't you just drill the two holes and call it a day?
Because that's
Because
how they
they-
make it so much different than an AR.
Yeah, they don't
Does
want
it have to be more
similar.
different?
Yes.
Well, I don't know.
In Australia?
Yeah.
for it
It's
to get into
okay.
Canada, and yeah, Australia's gun laws are worse than ours.
No, I
Is
don't
it
actually
though?
think that that's true anymore.
I think it's true.
You can
Yeah.
still buy handguns in Australia.
Was an IPSC exception? I'm pretty sure.
Well, great. can you buy handguns in Canada with
No,
an
I'm just
infantry
saying. So
exception?
I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, but you
Oh,
can't
yeah,
even
yeah.
buy an SKS without going through a whole pile of hoops for a special license.
I
and
Oh,
don't
and
think for
how- but
750
like-
I care that
But
much
how
about it.
close are
Sorry.
we to that here? Like we're pretty much there with that here too, right? The SKS is about all you can buy.
It is a matter of interest.
I have 1, 2, 3,
Oh.
4, 5, 6 Allen keys out to take this thing apart.
Oh
Wow,
wow!
they
It's the
didn't
They
idea
use
decide.
of firearms.
every-
Yes.
Well, most of them are metric, but the
Most
There's
of
some
them are
computer that
metric.
snuck in.
the grip one wasn't. Well, it should be metric. Oh, there
Yeah.
it goes. So it's also screwed in from the bottom. Man, they really don't want that trigger pack coming out of there.
Sounds like a lot of Loctite consumption.
Wait. I'll show you guys what we got going here. Well, let's.
That's Tony.
Badge.
That does look like a regular AR trigger pack.
It does.
does
Missing one pin. Well, missing a
missing
hole.
one pin. Yeah.
The
And
disconnector looks the same.
give those screws
Yeah,
go into this cross pin, so I'd have to drill that one out as well because that pin, this one right here, isn't that size.
looks
It's
huge.
actually it's a little.
I'd be interested in this.
Oh, okay. It's countersunk. That's why. It's like
Yeah.
the face looks huge.
Well, given that our guest is here,
Yes.
maybe I can just maybe I can monkey around with that after.
Absolutely.
Josh, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Very good,
Really
very good.
good.
That was just the friendly welcome. I'll give you a chance to kind of let you know, or let our listeners know rather, about who you are and what you do. Go for it.
Yeah, so my name's Josh Kennedy. I'm actually funny enough, a massage therapist, but I do archery quite a bit on the side. And the one thing that I always ended up going and noticing within Canada, definitely was trying to always find archery. I don't know if you guys, I know some of you guys do archery here, but trying to go and find like a range is always kind of a big task. And like, it's never easy. You have to go through tons of Google, like search through Google searches, try and go and find things on like Facebook or anything else. And I remember when I first started archery, I was trying to go and look for some ranges near me. And, it took me like an hour or so or more to be able to go and try and do that. And I was like, there must be something. There must be something made or anything else. And there wasn't really. And I found like some stuff on like Archery Ontario, but there was really nothing like easy and anything else to be able to go and try and find stuff. So that's why I ended up going out of my way to go and make Archery Ranges Canada. And so it's a full directory holding all of the archery ranges across the country. It has about 426 ranges across the country in the directory. Yeah, that's it right there.
Mhm.
And it's great. And it's fantastic. A lot of it been getting a lot of raving reviews for it. You can go and search for any type of range within the country. And
City.
yeah.
Cabela's Edmonton North. Yeah, they got a tiny little range in there. Capital Region. Chaz. Yeah, we got one of those. Yeah. Garrison, Jimbone, Lodgepole. I
There's
suppose if
actually,
you went
Yeah.
far enough, there would be Sherwood Park too. Yeah.
there's actually a
So-
bunch of ranges in my area.
Yeah.
Archery?
Yeah. I have a friend that's very, very into archery, and I discovered that there are several ranges not far away from me.
Mm-hmm. And like I was going on a different podcast, and I was talking to somebody, and they were even going and telling me like, like they lived in like St. Catharines, Niagara region, and she was like sending her son to go and do archery, like much further away in Toronto and everything else, and then she found out like, oh, there's archery, there's ranges actually like 10 minutes from my house. She never, and she never even knew. So, and that's what it is, right? And so a lot of people don't advertise, a lot of people don't go and do anything. So this is what needed to be done, and just to go and help with getting people aware of of what's around them. But
That's
then
pretty
on
cool.
top of it, through tons of research, I ended up also going and finding out that there is actually no like management and booking software for clubs themselves. So like there's stuff, for like gyms and other types of things, but there is nothing actually out there made specifically for archery. So I actually built an entire software that's for booking lanes, managing members, doing all of that as well. And so if you go and scroll up to the top,
Cool.
you can see even like it says like ARC booking there, and that goes and manages all of the entire aspect of your club. So the financials takes all like everything out of it. It connects right to Stripe. So it's just completely automated and it's so much more manageable instead of trying to chase people around. And a lot of archery ranges, they're still going and using like paper as the thing, paying cash. Like everything is just kind of upfront. But what if you can actually go and build an entire event? So like an entire competition in an event right off of this software, and you just build it through that and manage everything, take all your payments, and just go straight through that site without ever having to even lift a finger.
Huh. Yeah, looks like there's some events in here. Canada Cup West. Senior U21. I'm not even aware of the divisions that are in. Oh, that really leads over to Archery Canada. Yeah, I'm not even aware of some of the divisions that are in some of these. That's cool. $20 a day or 30 for both days. So inexpensive archery.
No kidding.
I know.
I went to a 3-gun match in the States earlier this year, and I think it was like $500 US. And I'm gonna go to another in October. Yeah, $500. And this weekend, I'll do one. Those are what was it, Tony? $100, $120 for this weekend. Plus a guest fee.
For members, 120 for non-members, right? So
yeah, $120.
And
this is downright affordable.
It's very affordable. And but the one thing I find within the States, that's when they've started to try and figure out how to make things more. It's going to be costing a little bit more, like the TAC events that are happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
Those ones are not as cheap, but they sell out like within hours. Like you have to be like on the site ready to go and grab your ticket, or you might never get it. Yeah,
that's the measure of a good event, was selling out quickly, and a good healthy competitor pool as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that's also
Have you ever heard
like
of the TAC events.
No, never heard of it.
Total Archery Challenge. I'd go and try and check. No, look those up. But yeah, they're awesome. They're like they go through all different like ski resorts and go and shoot all through the mountains and everything else, all 3D targets.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can go and do an easier course, which is under 100 yards or anything else. But you can also even just go and start shooting up to like 140 yards with a deer hiding behind a tree and be able to try and shoot that.
Yeah, they got some insane stuff going on.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds fun. No, I haven't heard of it. My archery starts and stops with like hunting season, so I'll go throw some arrows at a couple of blocks and make sure that everything's looking good, and then I'll go sit in a tree stand and see nothing mostly for the whole time. But
I actually have a small range in our basement outdoor area. We've got this like concrete lane that felt perfect for it, and my one friend that was really into archery helped me set up a little shooting lane for myself. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's literally just a block with like it's got a net and then like a proper backstop behind that, and but it works.
Hey, what's the range? Like, what's the distance?
Oh, I'm not actually sure. I've never paced it out.
Say something huge. 60 yards. It's too easy. Yeah.
Well, it's the entire length of the house, so it's quite substantial. Like the house is quite long. So But yeah, it's at least decent. Like I by no means am I like any kind of archer. I just have a bow and had
Yeah.
this space that felt like it'd be a good place to go light off some arrows once in a while and
Yep.
not hurt anybody. So
It's fun. That's the
Are
thing.
you,
is
are you gonna
fun.
list your
Like-
are you gonna list your archery range on here, Dustin?
definitely not. No. Closed to the public permanently. Yeah, my basement. I want weird people showing up in my backyard.
I got the lane booked. Get out.
Yeah.
Think of that
So-
passive income, Dustin. Come on.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
know. Hundreds of dollars. The stakes are definitely medium.
Cool.
Oh man, but yeah, it's always good. I fell in love with it. It's such a good sport, and it's the minds the entire psychology of archery is insane too. So
It is
Like-
impressive watching people who are good at archery. Like it's as good as you can be at pulling a trigger. There is something impressive about the full body thing that exceptionally good or like kind of stunty archers have. I've encountered several. We work in film, so we actually have an archery tech on this show that's incredibly good, and some of them are just downright impressive.
okay, yeah,
Yeah,
it's insane.
yeah.
So yeah,
Lessons.
so that's the site, and
Very cool.
soon going to be going and starting to expand down into the States as well. Go and build the same thing in the States. So we'll be able to expand through there, and then want to get out into Australia after that. And
Is there
so
a big
expand
archery
that.
scene there?
Yeah. Oh, there's a large archery scene in Australia. Very large.
Really? Well, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. And so funny enough is that like from the research that I found, and I could be wrong, but this is just what from what I ended up going and finding out, is that it's roughly around 25 million archers in the world. And
Wow.
18 million of them are in the States.
Wow,
That sounds about right.
that tracks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I would be
So-
curious about what the definition, where we're drawing the line of archer, or is it just anybody who owns and uses a bow regularly? Am I an
Yeah.
archer?
Most other countries you'd be doing it for Olympics or school or something like that, but maybe
Yeah.
owning one and like actively using it. Yeah, I could see the States. Josh, I got a question for you. What is a
Of course.
horse bow?
So that is a person going and riding a horse and shooting. So there's one out in Nova
Oh.
Scotia.
Cool.
Like a pretty short bow
Yeah.
for all, right?
Yeah.
So you're not allowed to
That's
take
my
your horse
understanding.
inside their range and like rip around and do some shooting.
Yeah.
That
And
makes
so
sense. I guess that makes sense.
it's but it no, so there's a big scene out in Nova Scotia right now, actually. And so they wanted to go and start building that out, and it's out they started it from Turkey. So that it's originally from there, and then they
Mhm.
brought the whole sector over to Nova Scotia.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got the cowboy shooters out here who like ride the horse and do the revolver with the blanks to shoot the balloons and that kind of thing. But we don't have
Yeah.
any horseback archers out here.
No, it's kind of from what it seems like, it's kind of like more so Nova Scotia as of right now. And hopefully it does expand, but it is very much Nova Scotia.
Cool.
The group, they're called Sea Winds Horse Archers.
Sea Winds horse archers. Interesting.
Yeah.
Birthdays. What do you do for a birthday? Just take your friends out, I guess.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
I see. Yeah, go shoot some arrows for that kind of thing.
hmm
I wonder,
just-
is there a lot of corporate events at archery places?
Not as much as you'd think.
Mhm.
That if a club really tries to impact themselves and try to get as many people as they do, then some of them do it, but it is not as much as what we want. And that is definitely, again, like I do have quite a few big plans for this business. Right now it is just the directory and the booking software, but I'd love to go and be able to start going and bringing and getting those kind of corporate events and creating those ARC days, as I call them, and then just bringing all those types of people and maybe making like date nights, and so then like couples go and start doing archery that way, go and then have like corporate events and doing all that types of stuff, right? And so it can start generating more, getting more interest, because right now archery is kind of a stale sport at the moment. It's growing at about 4%.
That's still growing.
Yeah,
It's growing. It's not dying, which is good.
Mhm.
But it's I know India, they're trying to go and like revamp it. So they have a whole other league that they're trying to go and do. But that one's more just like target, like kind of stadium target type of shooting at paper. And I still think that one is still kind of like you need to love the sport to be able to be a spectator for it, right?
Yeah, I've watched a little bit of Olympic archery, but it's only a short-term watch, just because it's hard to, unless
It's
you
hard to
really
stick.
know it. Yeah, like
Exactly.
without knowing too much about tennis, I can watch that for a bit. Golf is okay to watch, but archery,
Curling.
it's kind of the same thing every time. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're doing like the exact same thing. Oh, yeah, going for the 10 again, going for the 10 again.
Exactly.
They're not trying
And
to crash
so,
the
like,
house there. Yeah.
I have this idea that I wanted to go and see if I can try and get going, but I have no idea if it'll work. But I want to try to go and figure out a way to create like a PGA Tour type of way of thinking towards like archery. So you have like a bare compound, because like compound can shoot the furthest and anything else, and has the highest speed. So you can go and do a lot more crazy shots compared to just like a recurve or any type of trad bow. So you go and you set up like different ranges, and then you actually shoot them at like so no sight and no range, and so you can't even use a laser or a rangefinder to be able to even go and see what type of what the distance is. So you have to look at the distance, know the distance, and then shoot bare with it, and it can go and shoot up to like 140 yards. So then you'd just be like, and then you have your sight man, which is beside you, which can tell you and teach you how to go on like for like wind direction and everything else, kind of like your caddy. And then you can go and start creating that, right?
Is there no action archery league? Like, is there nobody that wants to be like Hawkeye? There's got to be. Like, is there no action archery league? Because I feel like listening to you talk about like, doing a certain, like, that sounds incredibly challenging. The idea of being so good that you literally don't need sights. My brain goes in the exact opposite direction. How many things can we add to this bow, and what kind of weird, awkward places can you put someone and make them take shots from? Like, that's where my brain gets. You want to like amp up that sport. You need an action archery league. How does that not exist? Does that exist?
I don't think so. Nothing that I know. The only reason why I would say that that's difficult is the liability more than anything.
I mean, I guess
we normally run around with loaded guns, so
yeah, I was gonna say, like, there's
the
got
idea of running around with a bow, it doesn't seem that dangerous to us.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
My brain just goes like, you ask any person on the street, literally anyone, and they will tell you they'd much rather have someone have a bow than a gun. So like you automatically are dealing with way less like just cultural and social, friction. You guys could get away with having a really cool action league. Honestly, if you got like 5 or 6 guys together and just shot a couple of those and put it on the internet, I bet you it would not take long for it to take fire on its own. How does that not exist? That's got to exist.
Action bows, action arrows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just give me a reflex sight for this bow. Let me maybe build a magazine, and I've seen a couple that have magazines. I know that that's doable. Build me a cool tactical compound that I can maybe take 4 or 5 shots with, and then make me take some shots from some weird places like we do with because if you've watched any action shooting, you see some of the weird ways that sometimes you have to take shots from, and that's how you make it fun and interesting and exciting and growth and get people to go crazy. I mean, I realize you're going to deal with the equivalent of the FUDs who are like, how dare you? But if you wanted to get a bunch of people interested in something new and weird.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That's it, right? And it's just trying to go and figure out exactly what is going to draw people in. And like you said, the action is going to be definitely good, right? It's just trying to figure out exactly how to make it work, figure out the logistics of it. And that's the same type of thing as I was going and trying to study. Have you guys ever heard of banana baseball? So basically the Savannah Bananas, they've become quite popular over YouTube and everything else. And they start to play baseball, but the guys are on stilts, and then they go and they catch the balls, back flipping, and they if you hit a home run, but then a fan catches the ball, then you're out, right? And so they have all these different types of things. You can go and find them on YouTube. It's all over YouTube. But Savannah Bananas. Yeah.
Okay, this is crazy.
They have the barrels out there. Do they and the clowns? Do they let the bull out? Oh, there's a home run! Run!
Yeah. So these guys, they're going and doing some crazy stuff, trying to bring in just a completely different crowd. And the owner was just all about. He's like, baseball is fun for the players, but not for the spectators. So he wanted to go and create something that would be fun for the spectators just as much as it is for the players.
That is a neat idea.
So,
yeah, cool.
I was just kind of looking at that. I was like, oh, okay, interesting. And trying to figure out how to go and take that and then put it into archery and make it interesting and grow like that, right? So
I'm telling you, man, watch some 3-gun matches and just replace all of those targets with different targets, build some cool bows and put that on the internet. People go nuts for it. Think about I would go nuts for that just for the cost savings alone. My God, shooting is so expensive.
Justin, just do the 3D archery with the animals, but put them on a timer.
Honestly though, the timer is essential. This is the thing that you guys are probably lacking more than anything else. No, you need a timer. Get your shots right now. And that accuracy over time, and plus getting your heart rate up in between spots, man, I don't know. That's just me, a complete outsider, thinking that would be fun and cool.
I'm 100%. Sure and I've even thought of going and trying to they have it, but it's not very popular. But trying to go and even do a biathlon type of thing, right? And so then you're trying to that same type of running and shooting and anything else. But
I'm a dude with blue hair and a bunch of assault rifles behind me. I'm going to be honest, biathlon's not it's interesting. It's interesting, but that doesn't scream pay attention to me right now.
100%.
I can already see the 30-second verticals that pull people in. I really can. I can see it being weird and ridiculous and novel and something that got people being what is this? The same, I remember when I really discovered action shooting and 3-gun and competitive shooting. When my 20-year-old brain discovered that and went down that rabbit hole, just as it was really getting kind of cool and exciting and And I can't believe you guys don't have that, but you could be the guy. You could be one of the guys that starts that for real. You build some ridiculous bows. They trust me, they need to be nuts. I know that there are cool, weird attachments for bows. Make it the coolest, weirdest thing. And like that zoomer brain will definitely clamp on too, because then you get somebody young and you got them forever if it's fun and it's cheap and it's less likely to get banned than everything that we love. It's, I don't know, man. That you don't have to listen to me, but that's my pitch. I think if you're gonna go in a direction, go in the fun, cool, ridiculous direction. Make it weird and novel and new, and just steal from 3Gun, because there's a whole roadmap. I bet you the same people that insure us would be interested in covering you on the liability end, man. Like nobody's gonna think that a bow is more dangerous than a gun. If we can get away with doing it, you've got to be able to. There's got to be ways to accomplish that.
No, 100%. I was going and thinking like liability wise compared to, let's go and say like golf.
Right.
So,
Right.
like it was just like, yeah, that's its own thing. But yeah, so that's definitely an interesting pitch. I'll go and have to give that to my partner and see if what he thinks about it.
I'm all right. So I'm just gonna say every wonderful, amazing thing that has ever happened to me, and I have a pretty cool life, has happened because of yes and. I do not always say yes. In fact, I frequently have to say no to things. Saying yes to cool, ridiculous, novel things has almost always led to a really interesting. Man, I shoot machine guns for a living and get to do really cool, ridiculous stuff. I'm just saying, yes and has not done me wrong.
Cool. Back to the topic, Josh.
I'm sorry. It was topical. I'm trying to get him to do a thing. Josh, please do the thing.
Thanks for the website. But by the way, you really got to get this action shooting. I don't know. Do you guys have any questions about the website? Anything like that? For our listeners, it's archeryrangescanada.ca. That's how you get to it, or Google it. We'll put it in the show notes as well. Anywhere else that people can find you, Josh?
You can go and find me on Instagram, Archery Ranges Canada, as well, and then you can go and find me also on Twitter. So
sounds good. Perfect. Well, thanks for coming on to the show and letting us know about the website. We'll put a link to that in the show description. And otherwise, have a great rest of your night.
Thanks, you too. Take care, guys.
Thanks,
Josh.
Bye.
I feel strongly that he needs to start an action archery.
Reloads are good. Well, trad bows maybe. Compounds the reloads.
No, it would be all right. Look, it would be great.
Okay, I hear you, but when I go through 3D archery, it's nice and calm and relaxing. It's a break from the 3-gun.
No. I don't want calm and relaxing. Think about it. All right, it wouldn't be hard to build a magazine for a compound bow already. Just something spring-loaded, maybe 5 rounds. You'd carry around a couple of them. You'd look like Jerry Michalik did when he first started carrying around those ridiculous mags for the tube feds. It would be great. Or you get to be the other cool, because then, Tony, think about it. Then you've got different divisions. Then you got the Tony division of the old school. I'm still drawing from like a quiver on my back, and I have to take all of these shots really weird. Trust me, there's a whole thing there. If I didn't have too many hobbies already, that would be the thing to go chase after next. He's missing out on an opportunity if he doesn't do that.
You're a funny guy, Dustin.
Do you disagree? Do you not see the vision?
Well, I don't you need to match it up to the user, right?
Right. But that's how you get new
archery
users.
people adrenaline junkies like we are.
Well, hey, but I would argue that most gun owners aren't adrenaline junkies that we are, but it was the sport shooting community that grew the firearms community. If it had been left to farmers and FUDs, do you think all of these would still be behind me? No, they'd be gone a long time ago. And it is because of competition shooters, people who like to have fun and like that speed. And yeah, I do think there's lots of people that like that speed that might also be interested in something cool and new and weird, and also like a little cheaper. Like, okay,
Yeah,
great, you're going to destroy a
cheaper.
couple of arrows, but like your cost per arrow, even if you go to a match and you destroy 5 arrows at $30 a piece, you're still cheaper than just shooting a match. And I don't know. I think that the cost wise for both practice and also just like the social stigma wise, I think he could get really far with something like that before there was any pushback. I do.
See, I think I'd want to do longbow or something like that.
See, but then you've got different categories, just like we do. And then you can be Tony and be the only person shooting this in your entire division, but you'll get the trophy.
I'm not even shooting a weird gun for 3 gun. What are you talking about?
Sure you are. You're shooting a par.
We're all shooting weird guns.
Yeah.
Everyone is shooting weird guns, man.
I'm somehow more equal with Adriel this year than last year.
I am really tempted to put this magnifier on that little 9mm Ronin.
Why don't you put it on the AR? I guess you can't shoot it, but still.
I have good sights on all my ARs. Like I don't have a rifle like that in this house that doesn't have a good optic on it.
Not saying magnifier is a bad optic. What?
No, I just want to play with it.
I'll take a variable over a magnifier any day.
Well, most of mine are actually LPVOs. I did really fall in love with that platform in a big way, especially with the like little speed stick. It's great.
I don't need a middle position. I just need low or high. I don't know. I like my hollow sight. That's also an excuse. It's very much more form over function because it's so goddamn heavy. It's like a pound of iron just hanging on top of your receiver.
So Tony, the setup I think you should look at, if you really like the red dot magnifier setup, is the Romeo 8 setup.
Yeah, I've heard. But
that's
holographic
really nice.
The holographic sight does give me a slight benefit for my terrible astigmatized eyes. So.
Oh yeah.
So that's one of the reasons. It looks cleaner.
That's fair.
Really, because I find they look horrible. But that's my eyes. So.
I see
if it works for you, right?
That's not very good. Yeah, it's like I know it's like fuzzy and stuff. That's kind of what it would be anyway.
All right,
Pedro, look at
so
it.
let's
continue. Continue. Yeah. Upcoming events. Hunting Your Guy. Yeah, I'm going to be running a PAL in Devon, June 13th, 14th with Colin, and June 20th and 21st. I'll be running one in Sherwood Park. 3-gun matches. Battle of Alberta's still open for registration. That's this weekend. Spots still available. Sherwood Park team matches open August 8th and 9th. That's also on Practice Score. For Maple Seeds, head over to Maple Seed Rifleman. .ca or .com or whichever one it is. I can't remember right now. But we have events available right now.
.com.
Sure, why not? BTSA June 14th. You want to cover that one?
Yep, June 14th is 4-day, full day, not 4-day. 4-day will be a lot. Full day Steel Challenge 8 stages, just like the one me and Adriel shot.
Here we go. And ORA is up on Ontario Rifle Association.ca.
Don't forget, Saturday is National Range Day. Check out National Range Day's website for events near you. I know BTSA has an open house that you can go to. That's why BOA is on the wrong date. And I believe there's CSC has some events going on too, pretty cheap tickets. And I don't think you get to shoot full autos, but they have some either originally prohib or restricted term prohibs available for you to play with.
Nice.
Very nice.
What's the news look like? Ooh.
Gunlink.ca. Our friend of the show and owner, one of the guys at SBI made it. It's kind of like Armalytics, but better.
Better, faster, stronger.
Better, faster, stronger. Yep. I'll just pull it up right now. It's pretty quick. So I don't know what gun do we? The Taipan maybe.
Yeah, there you go.
Show me a Taipan Evo Scout X non-restricted. Hey, look,
Oh,
non-restricted.
that's so
Oh,
much
10
better.
shots non-restricted. I don't know how that happened, but yeah,
That's
I
non-restricted.
can't find the PAR.
What are you looking for?
The Troy PAR.
Troy pump?
It should just be the PAR, but
How is it in the FRT?
I have to verify.
Troy. Okay, filter.
does
Make.
it come automatically in dark mode, or did you do that?
I
Automatically.
think so.
Oh, they get extra good points
Okay,
for
so
that.
it
Just
is-
There's a
being
PAR.
standard.
Troy Defense. Troy PAR.
Why is this so down the list?
I don't know. It's in there anyways.
some
There.
optimization still
Wait,
required.
what's the restricted one? Why is that restricted?
A barrel thing?
Wait,
It's a
it's
pump
a
action.
manual
Yeah.
operation. It
Did
shouldn't
someone
be restricted, but
misidentified this thing? The heck?
Maybe. That's weird.
The 10 round is fine, but the 5 round is restricted. Great job. Great job, guys.
I don't know what they did to
But,
accomplish that.
That double checking with Armorytics, that would be correct. A -3 suffix would be considered as restricted for
This
some
is-
unexplainable reason.
This is way better than scrolling endlessly through a 1,000-page PDF.
That's not even a problem. The
The PDF is a problem,
so
Tony.
obese. Like the Adobe
I
PDF
know.
app don't even know how to handle that thing. Like half the time you can't open it on your phone, and if you try to search on a PDF, even on a modern-ish computer, it takes a hot
It'll
minute
kill
to
it.
tell you
Yeah. So
there's
so
no
this
results available.
this is gunlink.ca. It is much better, and that's really cool.
Neat.
It's
Yeah.
alternative to Armorytics. I know Armorytics has its fault. It's not being updated as soon as we want, so to speak. But yeah, at least it's an additional source they can cross-check before you have to resort to the legal recommended way of doing it, which is the big old PDF. But yeah,
So Adro, what do we have in new gun stuff?
Wait. I don't think I need to do much.
Oh my god.
It's in
he's
there.
going it.
Okay.
I need so just by running the screws out on the back, I might be able to jack up the back enough. But then I would need to pinch it. No, I still need both of them in there.
Mm.
I need to drill that one. And then where's my pins?
Please remember to take your original trigger cartridge to the match at the very minimum,
I need to check the pin down.
so you can figure out it's not going to run on Friday. And then
No, I
put
think
the
those
original
pins are
trigger
gonna
back in.
work. Yeah, I think I don't think this is gonna be too hard, guys.
I'm really curious to see you beat the heck out of that thing, and because if it is really just a good trigger that it was missing, that makes it more interesting.
It's just disappointing because it comes with a cassette trigger, and it's like you don't need much to make a decent cassette trigger. Like
No.
Trigger Tech's got theirs for the $150 or whatever they are for the. Anyways,
Yeah, something
moving
like that.
on, moving on to other stuff, and I'll dick around with this after the show. Northern Rimfire rifle. They've got this the CB22. Now this is a Nork, but it's kind of it's a different
Is it
style.
a Nork though? It's Northern Rimfire.
So like Canuck is not actually made in Canada. Neither
Right.
Northern
Is this
Rimfire
made
is.
in China
Hey,
though?
So
That's what I've
Turkey.
heard, is that it's made in China. It
Oh.
uses 1022 mags,
oh,
It is
Oh.
China.
but it's a bolt action.
but it's a bolt
Interesting.
action, kind of like a knockoff of the Ruger American Rimfire.
Right.
There's
okay.
a few options out there. I saw there's a Volkorsen that does it too. But
Yeah, Volkortsen likes to do 1022 stuff, but this is, I don't know. That's kind of interesting. And I know that there's going to be a couple different versions coming out, and they're
$269 though. You can't even get free
Yeah.
shipping with Western Metal. Oof.
Oh, I can get them to just send it to Cal.
True. You
Phoenix
can
or
get
whatever.
Phoenix now.
That's interesting.
Alpha Charlie app. Sorry, Kyle, you wanted to talk about this one?
Yeah, something I ran across here. I got to try something for sharing screen here.
Oh, I'll stop mine then.
Alpha Charlie,
Okay.
Alpha Delta, 2 mics.
Let's see. So it's an app.
You're breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think the cat's on your internet.
Oh,
So
Oh,
it basically takes
Oh.
what you can do with competitor app, but it uses AI and does it automatically. So it
oh,
just showed up in my Facebook feed. And so I played around with a couple matches. So if I go down to my matches here, and let's look at multi-gun nationals last year, breaks down my performance on every stage. And then basically
Oh.
points you left and whatnot. But then if you go up and do division analysis, it'll give you a full breakdown on whether, like, was it speed, was it your hits, what was your major thing, and stuff you could do. Like it's saying 11 mics. That's what, like, basically two position points for me on those 11 mics.
right.
Shaving 80 seconds off the whole match would move me up 3 points, or how much hit factor I would need for the entire match, and just
Oh,
a bunch of just little breakdown stuff. So I've been so far, I didn't have to pay anything or create an account or anything. I just downloaded the app, import the URL from Practice Score to add a match to it, type in your name, and then it finds you, goes through the results, and spits this out.
cool.
That is pretty interesting. Huh.
Yeah. And
What,
it
like-
literally just
what insight did
popped
you
up.
get? What insight did it give you on your last match?
So if we look at Texas, it says that speed was my primary limiter. That I was 39% slower than the top 5 in tactical and 34% behind on points. Accuracy is relatively competitive. Raw speed is your biggest lever for moving up.
Go fast, don't suck.
Pretty much, yep.
Sound advice.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
Huh.
and so it just
Heisenberg.
yeah, that was my weakest stage, and then shotgun was my best stage. That was that 50-round shotgun stage.
What can you layer it on top of? Where does it pull the information out of?
It pulls it from the match results on Practice Score. So you just take the URL from the match results, drop them into here, it uploads them, and it'll ask you to type in your name, and then it'll just go through the results and just analyze it. It's pretty neat.
That is really cool.
I'm installing it.
And then it's built for IDPA and USPSA, so the hit factor type matches. But as you've seen, it's worked on 3-gun. It just doesn't say, it can't just give you like the alphas or the Charlies. Like if I go back to sectionals, in here, I think it said, because my alpha rate versus benchmark. I think they even say I need to shave 4.1 seconds per stage or score more points at the same pace. But he'll tell you, you get more Charlies, or basically a lot of the same stuff that you can manually do in competitor app, but it does it automatically, and you just scroll through the results.
That's
cool.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, just figured I'd share that. It literally showed up as a ad on Facebook. I'm like, what's this? I'll check it out, and it's pretty cool.
Cool.
So yeah, people didn't hear, that is the Alpha Charlie app on iOS, iPhone.
It's got Android. I'm on Android.
Yep. That's what I was on, was Android. Yep.
Import. Verify you are human.
Yeah.
What do we got? Brigade? Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, Brigade's
Import.
next.
How do I say who I am?
It'll ask you for your name once it's kind of compiled the results.
Match data ready.
Cal needs to get back on the Starlink SpaceX internet.
Right. Oh, okay.
I don't have my fiber anymore.
Oh,
Yeah. Sad story. Off a
Don't have.
modern
They're
life.
not in the apartment. Have a lot more space, but no fiber.
Oh, that's sad. Is that a thing that might change in the near future?
I don't know. None of the providers could tell me when they're going to provide fiber. There is one house on my street that has fiber. I'm like, so why? I was told there's a box literally the other side of this wall here.
Oh, so it
And
shouldn't be
I
that
asked
hard.
all of them, what would it cost to get it pulled from there to here?
Yeah.
And they wouldn't
Can I
answer me.
just tap a hole in the box?
Like, I
Probably good
am
enough.
looking to pay you money to do this. Like, I'm not asking you guys to just do it. How much would it cost? What would it take to get you guys to go from here, 20 feet to my house?
Our technician is busy at the moment. Please
Yeah.
reach back in 3 calendar years.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
We're sorry. All right, this the brigade age roll. There's a first impression. Did you put this up? Have you read this yet? Have
Nope.
you seen this? Have you heard about this?
I have not seen it yet.
I first off with absolutely not.
Oh, it's Green
having-
Tips. Green Tips always buys all the new assault rifles.
I can't imagine buying a restricted firearm pushing the limits this close right now.
What if you take the barrel off? Does that make it a non-restricted?
Yeah,
No.
I think could you not get it turned into a non-restricted with like
You
an 18
could,
You
inch
but
could.
barrel?
You need to get it to a verifier.
Right, it needs to be verified, of course.
Yeah.
Gotta have a 19. Well, I guess you can put a 20-inch barrel on it or something.
At
But
this
this is
point,
short
like,
stroke, so it might be tricky.
Why would you import that as a completed rifle then? Like, why wouldn't you import it as a
Because
receiver?
RG?
I don't know. He could swing a different barrel on later, though.
Yeah.
Anywho, yeah, not chrome lined, asymmetric magwell. Oh, that's weird. Side
what?
charger, gas blocks tight, rifle came set up and suppressed, standard AR trigger, stock slower length of pull, side charging. Part 2. The clip that holds the gas plug failed. I pulled the handguard, the clip fell off. Huh.
No.
All right. Yeah,
That was
the
quick.
The screws were grinding into
Oh,
those. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks horrible. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's the bolts, the cross bolts for the handguard. They're chewing in there.
Interesting.
Well, at least that's a replaceable part, so it's not the worst thing that has ever happened, but still.
Yeah, the aluminum, not quite a lot. And there's little fit and finish things that look like there's little issues on it.
Doesn't look like it's a $3,500 gun.
I don't think it's going to be. I thought the brigade was 2,500.
25 US. That's going to be
33 U Canadian, I think.
Yeah, by the time taxes are
Oh.
done, you're 35, 36.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot for
It's
kind of meh fit and finish.
yeah, that's up
Nope,
there.
sorry, I lied. $23.99 if you pre-order on Ready.
Yeah. That makes
Is that
more sense.
CAD or USD?
That's Canadian.
Oh,
That
that's
is
less
Canadian.
bad. I mean, it's
Yeah.
still.
It's slightly cheaper than the Carmel, right? The Carmel,
I would definitely
sorry,
take
it's
the
really
Carmel, but like neither
Yeah.
one. Both of these are theoretical, right?
I would
Yeah.
take the Carmel over.
Non-restricted, and it's made by IWI over. I don't know anything about this gun, and
made
it's
by
restricted.
the warring nation.
Yeah, I would take the Carmel every day.
Yep. Okay,
The
let's keep
Carmel
going then.
doesn't look as good though. I'm sorry.
What's this iCar receiver all about?
So
Oh.
the States people has found out a better way to launch 6 arcs. I don't think we have to be very concerned about it, but
Oh my god.
there are people out there who is shooting 6 arc for 3 gun to get a little bit of a advantage in terms of ballistics. And
He's not doing
Somehow.
it no more.
oh, did he stop?
There was no advantage to it. There was more headache than anything. There was no advantage to the 6 arc. He couldn't get it going fast enough.
Oh, true.
Mhm.
Maxwell out of Vortex did try, but
Yeah, he tried it, and he didn't even shoot the whole match with it. So
yeah, I saw he went back to 77 grains. But interesting concept. They dig the 6.8 receiver, I think is a Surefire receiver back in the day, for the 6A SPC out of the grave, and Magpul was making a mag for it. Surprisingly, PSA actually delivered on what they promised. I thought it's gonna come out a long time ago. I guess at the time I was too naive, but at least they're delivering on something. They're actually delivering the special receiver that takes this special widened magazine that's designed for 6 arc or 338 arc if you're bougie, I guess.
They're all bougie.
Yeah,
Can we
And we can't
accept
use
that,
these.
like, no, I was gonna say, like, shooting 223 is bougie right now at a buck plus a round. Like, boy, okay, now we're getting to the good stuff. Here we are. Yes, yes, something completely ridiculous.
Muddy
Single
Girl
shot.
camo.
A single shot 22 in Muddy Gear camo, tactical with a muzzle brake and a bipod and a scope.
I have to say this is pretty funny timing because I was at CSC yesterday picking up Adriel's ammo that I forgot to mention in what I did in guns, but 4440. I did see 2 of them on well, 3 of them on display. One is the regular, one is the 1903, and the other one is the Mosin. And I want to say it is, if your kid is interested in firearm history, I think it's kind of nice. It like, I know the sights look like them. They're much smaller and the gun overall is shorter, but it is very interesting that Keystone is doing this for, I guess, the youth population, that you can pick
Yes.
the rifle you like.
Tony,
in a
this is a youth rifle for a new generation. I wish when I was a kid I had, well, like the gun. I mean, I probably would have still enjoyed the Muddy Girl camo, but I probably would have gotten shit for it when I was young. But nonetheless, it's cool. It's in like a cool little tactical stock. It feels like a sniper rifle. I like 12-year-old me would have loved the heck out of this. I would have been hyper lethal. The Gophers would have had no chance. Like, you'd be able to, I honestly could see, the right kid just burning out a barrel, like shooting enough out of a fun gun like this to
I
kill it.
wish they had magazines. I have
Yeah.
to say, like, the single shot part is unfortunate, is the best way I can put it. It is safer, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought it was fun. I love that they're building, kind of precision feeling, like looking kind of guns for the youth, and I thought it was fun. And then the Muddy Girl camo just made me laugh. There's a black one too for everybody, but it just made me laugh. Thank you for humoring me. Oh, you're muted.
Adriel is muted. Today only, Bass Pro Shop, 10% off if you pick up online. Use the code PICKUP. Don't forget to go to slamfireradio.com.
Question. How do you pick up online?
You
Can you-
order online and you say, I want to pick it up.
You
Pick up in
could
store.
try to pick it up. I don't know. There
How,
might be a way.
well, are you going to digitize yourself?
I'm trying all
Scan
these years.
yourself?
I don't think it works. No, I can buff my movement speed by a lot and probably my reload speed too if I can do that.
All right. Let's move on to listener feedback. Oh, who wants to read this one?
Oh, I can do it.
All right. Go for
Oh,
it.
wow. Oh my God. What have I agreed to? All right. From Spencer. Hey, folks. Hope all is well. Now that I'm officially moved from my old place down the road from Glock to my new place down the road from Palmetto State Armory, I figured it was time to go by and see what it looks like. I'll attach some pictures, but honestly, I was expecting more for their mothership store. They were a decent-sized place, but I used to go to a store called Adventure Outdoors when I lived in Georgia, which was the size of a supermarket, and bragged that they had over 10,000 guns in stock. They probably had a lot more. I bet you're right. The PSA store was nice enough, and the staff was very friendly, but it certainly didn't have the selection I was expecting from their internet's biggest gun seller. Yeah, it's interesting. I was also kind of irked that they still charged me shipping on a gun that I ordered from their website and picked up at their store. Yeah,
That's kind of weird.
that is.
Yeah.
Seemed like they should have been free, since I'm sure it was on the same truck as whatever inventory they got that week from the warehouse. Yeah, we would agree with you. The gun in question was a Walther PPK, James Bond's favorite caliber, 32 ACP. Since Walther is shutting down the production line that makes these, I figured I better get a real one while I could before they pull an FN and come out with an improved version.
I did not know Walther PPKs are going away. I did not know that.
There's so many of them out there. I do have one of the Smith & Wesson clones, but that's not the same as the real thing. On a personal note, I lost my dog Alfie this spring to cancer. I told you guys about him in a previous email. He was the dog rescued from a dog fighting ring in Puerto Rico, and what ended up in the Atlanta area just as I was looking for a pup. Well, at
Sorry
9
to
years
hear that.
plus, yeah, he wasn't really a pup.
Dog fighting ring though. Holy cows.
Crazy. I waited until after my old house in Smyrna sold, then started looking and found a great rescue from around here. Her name is Dixie, and she's 10 years old, Staffordshire Terrier, who is very shy but very sweet and friendly. It's taken her a while to settle in, but she's starting to feel like she's in her. This is her home now. That's about it for now. I'm still neck deep in server migrations. 1,200 down, 9,800 to go. Wow, that's a lot.
Holy cow,
So
man.
I don't have a lot of free time for
Jesus.
emails. They're going to keep me busy right up to the day I retire. Take care, Spencer from South Carolina. P.S. Tony, I don't know that I call myself a super fan of the show, much as I enjoy it. I've just been listening to gun podcasts since 2009 or so, and Slamfire, knee Canadian Reload Radio, was one of the first, along with the Gun Dudes, Doc Wesson, and a few others. I think Slamfire is the only one still around from those days, although Gun Dudes had a brief resurrection. It's good that you've been able to keep the show across different hosts. Yeah. Well, thanks, Spencer.
Cool.
Yeah, it's fun to be
probably
here.
one of the, if not the longest follower of the show, and for that I have respect to you. And you also interact with the show, so thank you. Thank you for sending an email to us. If you like to send an email to the show, send them to slamfireradio@gmail.com.
I might read them on the air.
Oh, now I have to
do the YouTube comments?
The YouTube comments. Let me see. Make sure view newest instead of the whatever AI suggested. I want manual control of this situation.
If you comment, Tony is going to read your comments. So
yeah, if you comment, I'm going to read your comment. So let's start with 1ABNDT. He gave us a thumbs up on episode 656. And then we have Chris W7312. Well, I respect your opinion, but I disagree with the manslaughter charges and conviction for the guy who sold a gun that was used in a crime later on, no matter what that crime was. What he did was illegal and he should be charged and convicted, but for his crime selling an illegal gun, not for a crime committed by someone else. There's a very short trip from here to charging stores and manufacturers for crime committed with products they sold or made. We have seen those tactics. I think he is referring to Sandy Hook.
Yeah.
The argument will be that it is irrelevant if the business did something legal or illegal. What matters is the final outcome. Someone's dead, and everyone in the chain is complicit. Sorry.
I agree with Chris. Like, yes, charged, but yeah, no, I absolutely see his point.
Yeah, maybe manslaughter isn't the best. Like, what?
Yeah, no,
what
he
is
was charged with.
Be?
Well, it would have been selling to a minor person not able to possess firearms, and I think he was. Didn't he have a restriction too? So I mean, there was already a list of charges.
Dealer.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah. So I would agree. Maybe manslaughter isn't the most correct charge for this case. It should be like fault of your own causing grave danger or death. I think in this case it will be death, but
yeah.
Maybe we should get Runko on the show one day. Okay, MK Ultra Based 9519.
Excellent.
Hey Dave, thanks for the shout out. Leo here. Happy shooting. Take care. Sorry Dave isn't here to take your message, but thank you.
Dave's not here, man.
Who's Dave?
And 2 homework from Eddie. Adriel, since you shot poorly in Calgary, did Tony beat you in Steel Challenge? Smiley face. It's a unfair
Probably.
comparison because I didn't have to do a draw and I shot a rifle. If I couldn't outshoot Adriel in a rifle, I don't think I should be going to BOA. Your newly acquired CIL, a Canadian Industry Limited, 12-gauge 3-inch Magnum with the fixed Focho could be used for upland game. Adriel prefer upland game on the ground with a 22. Zoe's CCI 22 target shorts predates their 22 CB quiets. Some competitor used them in the previous version of 25-meter Olympic rapid-fire pistols when they were chambered in 22 short. I prefer the RWS R25 22 short match ammo. I did not know they make 22 short match ammo. That's interesting. As for the 22 ammo was the shorter projectile you were powdering about, they are the 22 long ammo. They would typically have the same 29 grain bullets as 22 shorts, but loaded in the same case length as 22 LR. See, Eddie knows a lot about rimfire stuff, especially Olympic competition, which understandably he is involved in that. And Eddie has a comment for you, Kyle. Kyle, your wife should savor shooting her GSG rifle. There are plenty of people north of the 49th parallel that don't get to anymore. One of them being my past co-worker who didn't even get to fire a shot out of his. That's so sad.
And absolutely, she loves it when she can go out and shoot it. I think you rolled over a comment there as well, Tony. JBH Inc.
JBH Inc. mentioned in the 1022 coverage from SHOT Show 2026. I got my standard 32002, which is I think the SKU number for it. My first 1022. Kind of wish I got the bull barrel, but the spotter is very accurate for target and small games. 5-shot in a dime size area at 50 yards pretty consistently. That's pretty cool.
Cool.
And I'm guessing that's without the help of a BX trigger, so that's even more impressive. And that's all the comments we have for this week, I believe. Thank you, Kyle.
Very exciting.
Sounds good. Yeah. Facebook, you can comment over there. Discord, we've been replying. I've been putting a bunch of memes on Discord because that's what I like to do. If you're going to buy something from Bass Pro, especially with that 10% pickup coupon, click from our website first. We have affiliate links on the side there where you can buy things and helps to support the show. Thanks to our supporters on Patreon. Oh, we've been putting a bunch of stuff on Patreon too. Random Dave gave us some sea shanties and other Slamfire radio songs. We put some of those on Patreon. I put one on YouTube, and yeah, go give them a listen. If you'd like to email the show, send an email to slamfireradio@gmail.com. Do you guys have shout outs?
I am going to shout out my buddy James. Hey, James.
Hey, James. I'm going to shout out James too.
You should.
Yeah,
he's listening.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm shouting him out.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Trevor Furla.
Oh,
he changed. I think he recently changed his YouTube name to Trevor Furla RC. So he is fully committed.
Oh wow!
Just as I was about to air the dirty laundry, he put out a video for IPSC. So I don't know what's happening right now. Go see his IPSC match. I guess his YouTube channel's out there.
He's pre-trolling you.
I know, it's pretty funny.
Awesome. Anyone else?
Cool. No.
Yeah, I'll shout out James.
There we go. James
shout out. Also, I will shout out to the people, even though they showed up late. Guys who showed up on Saturday, and been a while since I just messed around on the range like that. Yeah, there was some competition in mind with that, but no, it was cool. Just mess around.
Flip flop competition.
Yeah.
Fight like you train, or train like you fight. Yeah. Join our Discord server. Watch us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and join us CCFR. And we'll see you next week.
Good night, Kelly.
Good night.
So if you have any comments or questions for the show, please send an email to slamfireradio@gmail.com. Now go grab a gun and shoot something.
When the talking is over, it's time to get a gun.